Have you ever gazed up at the night sky, wondering if something magical lingers beyond the stars? Throughout history, countless myths and legends speak of fairies, tiny enchanting beings who dance upon moonbeams and whisper through the wind. But could these stories hold a grain of truth? Could fairies truly exist in the sky above us? Science may not yet have the answers, but imagination and wonder fuel the human spirit. Fairies symbolize hope, curiosity, and the belief that the world is more extraordinary than it seems. Consider the countless sightings of mysterious lights flickering in the night. Could they be more than shooting stars? Or the sudden feeling of warmth as though invisible wings brush your cheek? Even if we cannot see them, the possibility of fairies reminds us that there is still magic in the unknown. They teach us to appreciate nature's beauty, to protect the skies that might be their home, and to never lose the wonder we felt as children. So tonight, when you look up at the sky, dare to believe that something more might be waiting just beyond the clouds. After all, sometimes it's the things we cannot see that hold the greatest magic of all. Throughout history, the belief in fairies has woven itself into the cultural fabric of civilizations across the globe. From the ancient Celts of Ireland to the folklore of Scandinavia, fairies were often thought to be supernatural beings that lived alongside humans, sometimes visible, sometimes hidden. In Celtic mythology, the Ausi or fairy folk were believed to dwell in natural elements, forests, rivers, hills, and even the skies. These beings were seen as guardians of nature, possessing both mischievous and benevolent traits, depending on how humans treated their surroundings. Similarly, Norse mythology spoke of light elves, Ljósalfar, ethereal creatures that resided in the heavens, radiating beauty and light. Their presence in the skies connected them to the celestial realm, bridging the gap between the human world and the divine. In many Asian cultures, particularly in Japan and China, stories of sky spirits and winged beings resemble the Western concept of fairies, often portrayed as messengers between heaven and earth. Even in ancient Greece and Rome, winged deities like Eros and Psyche embodied the idea that ethereal beings could glide through the air unseen by mortal eyes. These myths laid the foundation for later European fairy folklore, which flourished during the medieval and Renaissance periods. The belief in airborne fairies became particularly prominent in European literature and oral traditions, where they were often depicted as tiny winged creatures who could fly through the skies, sometimes guiding lost travelers or playing tricks on unsuspecting humans. As centuries passed, these stories evolved but never disappeared. Even in the Victorian era, fairy sightings were taken seriously, with artists and writers capturing their imagined beauty in paintings, poems, and novels. The sky itself became a symbol of both freedom and mystery, a realm where fairies could dance on moonbeams or glide on the breeze. Such beliefs weren't limited to rural folklore, they became part of mainstream culture, reflecting humanity's longing to believe in something beyond the visible world. The persistence of these beliefs passed down from generation to generation highlights humanity's fascination with the possibility that the skies above us might be home to more than just clouds and stars. Even today, modern fairy enthusiasts and spiritualists continue to explore the idea that fairies may exist as energy beings or spirits of nature capable of traveling through both the earth and sky. This enduring belief reflects our desire to connect with the unknown, to imagine that beyond the reach of science lies a world filled with magic, wonder, and invisible companions who share our world. just beyond the veil of human perception. Throughout the ages, mysterious lights flickering in the night sky have captured the imagination of countless individuals. These unexplained phenomena, often seen as brief flashes, glowing orbs, or shimmering streaks, have led many to wonder if they could be signs of something more than mere natural occurrences. While science attributes most of these lights to meteor showers, distant stars, or atmospheric phenomena like auroras, folklore and imagination offer a more enchanting explanation. Fairies dancing through the skies, their wings glistening as they move between realms. In ancient times, people viewed these lights with both awe and reverence. For example, in Celtic mythology, the appearance of small flickering lights, often referred to as fairy lights or will-o'-the-wisps, was believed to signal the presence of fairies or spirits. Although these lights were more commonly associated with marshes and forests, legends also told of fairies taking to the skies, their delicate wings reflecting moonlight as they soared above the earth. Similar beliefs existed in other cultures, where strange lights in the sky were seen as signs of supernatural beings or celestial messengers. In more recent history, reports of unidentified flying objects, UFOs, and other unexplained aerial phenomena have fueled speculation that not everything observed in the sky can be explained by science. Some individuals who have witnessed these lights describe them as moving with a grace and fluidity that defies conventional physics, darting, hovering, and disappearing in the blink of an eye. While many modern sightings are attributed to advanced aircraft or drones, others remain unexplained, leaving room for the possibility that something more magical might be at play. Could these fleeting glimmers be fairies, moving too quickly for the human eye to capture? Moreover, natural phenomena such as bioluminescent organisms and atmospheric optical effects like St. Elmo's fire or ball lightning have often been mistaken for supernatural occurrences. Yet even with scientific explanations, the allure of imagining fairies as the source of these lights, the idea that tiny winged beings might illuminate the sky as they travel from place to place, taps into a universal sense of wonder and curiosity, reminding us that the world still holds mysteries beyond our understanding. The concept of fairies using light as a form of communication or transportation is a common theme in folklore and literature. Some stories describe fairies carrying lanterns made of fireflies or stars, their glow serving as both a guide and a warning to those who wander too close to their hidden realms. Others suggest that fairies themselves emit a soft, radiant light, an extension of their magical essence that allows them to blend seamlessly with the night sky. This imagery has inspired countless works of art and literature, reinforcing the idea that the twinkling lights we see above may be more than distant stars. They may be glimpses of a world that exists just beyond our reach. In today's world, where technology has illuminated many of nature's secrets, these mysterious lights continue to capture our imagination. Whether witnessed during a quiet evening under the stars or spotted unexpectedly during a nighttime journey, their fleeting presence serves as a reminder that the universe still holds wonders we have yet to fully understand. The possibility that fairies might be responsible for these lights adds a layer of enchantment to the night sky, inviting us to look upward with a sense of curiosity and hope. After all, the world becomes a little more magical when we allow ourselves to believe that Just beyond the veil of the ordinary, something extraordinary might be waiting to be discovered. The concept of fairies has long served as a powerful symbol of imagination, sparking creativity and wonder across generations. These tiny winged beings represent more than mere characters from folklore. They embody the limitless possibilities of the human mind. Their existence, whether real or imagined, invites us to explore realms beyond the ordinary, where the impossible becomes possible and dreams take flight. From childhood, many of us are introduced to stories of fairies living in enchanted forests, hidden gardens, and starry skies. These tales teach us that magic is all around us, waiting to be discovered if only we believe. For children, the idea of fairies opens a door to a world where the laws of nature are suspended and anything can happen. This sense of wonder fuels creativity, encouraging young minds to invent their own stories, draw fantastical creatures, and imagine adventures that defy the limits of reality. In this way, fairies act as muses, inspiring children to see the world not as it is, but as it could be. As we grow older, the symbol of fairies continues to resonate, though often in different ways. For artists, writers, and musicians, the image of fairies represents freedom from the constraints of everyday life. Their ethereal beauty and magical abilities provide endless inspiration, appearing in paintings, literature, films, and music across cultures and time periods. From Shakespeare's mischievous Puck in A Midsummer Night's Dream to the graceful fairies of classic ballet, their presence in the arts serves as a reminder that imagination knows no boundaries. Even in modern media, fairies continue to captivate audiences, proving that their allure is timeless. Beyond the realm of art, fairies also symbolize the human desire to believe in something greater than ourselves. Their existence challenges the notion that the world is limited to what we can see and measure, encouraging us to embrace the unknown with open minds. In this sense, fairies represent the spirit of curiosity, the drive to explore, question, and discover. They remind us that the universe is vast and full of mysteries, some of which may never be fully understood. Yet it is this very sense of mystery that fuels our imagination, pushing us to envision what lies beyond the stars. Moreover, the symbol of fairies serves as a source of comfort and hope, particularly during difficult times. Their presence in folklore often represents protection, guidance, and the promise that even in the darkest moments, light and magic can still be found. This idea resonates deeply with people of all ages, offering a sense of reassurance that unseen forces may be watching over us, guiding us through life's challenges. In this way, fairies become more than just figures of myth. They become symbols of resilience, reminding us to hold on to our dreams even when the world seems uncertain. Fairies also represent the delicate balance between nature and humanity. In many traditions, they are seen as guardians of the earth, ensuring that the natural world remains in harmony. Their association with forests, rivers, and skies serves as a reminder of the importance of respecting and protecting the environment. This connection to nature inspires people to view the world with a sense of wonder and responsibility, fostering a deeper appreciation for the beauty and fragility of our planet. Through this lens, fairies become symbols of both imagination and stewardship, encouraging us to care for the world not only because it sustains us, but because it holds a magic of its own. In essence, the idea of fairies is more than a whimsical fantasy. It is a testament to the power of the human imagination. They remind us that beyond the limits of logic and reason lies a world of infinite possibilities waiting to be explored. Whether we encounter them in the pages of a book, the brushstrokes of a painting, or the fleeting glimpse of a mysterious light in the night sky, fairies continue to ignite our creativity and inspire us to believe in the extraordinary. Through them, we are reminded that imagination is not a fleeting childhood trait but a lifelong gift, one that allows us to see the world not only as it is but as it could be. The existence of fairies has long been intertwined with the natural world, symbolizing the deep connection between humans and the environment. Across cultures, fairies are often portrayed as guardians of nature, protecting forests, rivers, mountains, and even the skies. Their presence in folklore serves as a reminder that the world is alive with unseen forces, encouraging us to respect and cherish the beauty that surrounds us. This connection to nature is not only a key aspect of fairy mythology, but also a powerful symbol of humanity's relationship with the earth. In many traditions, fairies are believed to dwell in places untouched by human hands. Ancient woodlands, secluded meadows, and mist-covered hills. Their homes are said to be hidden within tree hollows, beneath wildflowers, and among the roots of ancient oaks. These stories emphasize the idea that nature is sacred, and disturbing these spaces without care or respect may offend the fairies who dwell there. This belief fostered a sense of reverence for the environment, encouraging people to tread lightly and preserve the natural world. Even today, this connection is reflected in conservation efforts and the growing awareness of the importance of protecting ecosystems. The skies, too, are seen as part of the fairies' domain. In many myths, fairies are believed to travel through the air, riding on the backs of birds, gliding on the wind, or dancing upon moonbeams. Their association with the sky highlights the interconnectedness of all elements of nature, earth, air, and beyond. Just as forests and rivers are home to countless living beings, the skies may also be home to unseen creatures who watch over the world from above. This imagery invites us to look up with a sense of wonder, imagining that beyond the clouds and stars there may be beings whose presence reminds us of the magic inherent in the natural world. The connection between fairies and nature is also reflected in their ability to influence the environment. According to folklore, fairies can control the weather, summon rain to nourish crops, or bring sunshine to brighten the earth. Their presence is often associated with the changing of seasons, spring's blooming flowers, summer's golden fields, autumn's falling leaves, and winter's frost-kissed landscapes. This association with seasonal cycles reinforces the idea that nature is governed by forces beyond human comprehension, fostering a sense of humility and respect for the world around us. Moreover, fairies are often depicted as caretakers of animals. Living in harmony with the creatures of the forest and sky, birds, butterflies, and fireflies are said to act as their companions and messengers, carrying their whispers on the wind. This portrayal reflects the belief that all living things are interconnected and that harming one part of nature can disrupt the delicate balance of the entire ecosystem. By emphasizing the fairies' role as protectors of wildlife, folklore encourages us to recognize our responsibility to care for the creatures with whom we share the earth. In many stories, humans who respect nature are rewarded with the fairies' favor, while those who harm the environment may face their wrath. This serves as a moral lesson, teaching that kindness and compassion toward the natural world are essential not only for our own well-being, but for the harmony of the planet as a whole. Even in modern times, this message remains relevant as environmental issues such as deforestation, pollution, and climate change threaten the delicate balance of nature. By remembering the lessons of fairy folklore, we are reminded that our actions have consequences and that preserving the beauty of the world is a responsibility we all share. Furthermore, the idea that fairies exist within nature invites us to slow down and appreciate the world's small wonders. The gentle rustle of leaves in the wind, the shimmering wings of a dragonfly, the golden glow of a sunset. These moments of natural beauty can feel like glimpses into a world where magic still exists. Believing in fairies, or at least entertaining the possibility of their existence, encourages us to view the world with curiosity and awe. It reminds us that even the most ordinary places, a quiet forest, a blooming garden, or a star-filled sky, may hold secrets waiting to be discovered. Ultimately, the connection between fairies and nature serves as a reminder that the world is more than a collection of resources to be used. It is a living, breathing entity deserving of our care and respect. By imagining that fairies dwell among the trees and skies, we are encouraged to see nature not as something separate from ourselves, but as a realm filled with life, wonder, and endless possibility. This perspective inspires us to protect the environment, not only for future generations, but for the unseen beings who may share our world, watching over the earth with wings of light and hearts full of ancient wisdom. The existence of fairies represents a realm that lies beyond the boundaries of science, a realm where wonder, imagination, and belief coexist with the mysteries of the universe. While modern science seeks to explain the world through observation, experimentation, and logic, the idea of fairies reminds us that not everything can be measured or proven. This tension between the known and the unknown has long fascinated humanity, fueling both curiosity and a sense of awe. It suggests that some aspects of existence may forever remain beyond our comprehension, leaving room for the possibility of magic, unseen forces, and extraordinary beings hidden just beyond the limits of our perception. Throughout history, many phenomena once considered magical or supernatural have been explained by scientific discoveries. Lightning, eclipses, and the movement of celestial bodies, for example, were once attributed to gods, spirits, or mystical creatures. Yet, despite these advancements, there are still countless mysteries that science cannot fully explain. Strange lights flicker in the night sky, whispers seem to echo through empty forests, and people report encounters with beings that defy logical explanation. Could these experiences be glimpses of a world beyond the reach of science, a world where fairies and other magical creatures dwell? The idea that fairies exist outside the realm of scientific understanding challenges our perception of reality. Science relies on evidence that can be observed, measured, and replicated. But fairies, by their very nature, are elusive and ephemeral. According to folklore, they possess the ability to become invisible, move through the air with incredible speed, and vanish in the blink of an eye. Their presence is often felt rather than seen. A sudden breeze, a faint whisper, or the glimmer of light just beyond the edge of vision. These qualities make them difficult to capture or study, allowing them to remain hidden from the tools of modern science. Yet, their elusiveness does not negate their existence. Instead, it reinforces the idea that some truths lie beyond the reach of human understanding. Moreover, the limitations of science leave room for the possibility that fairies exist in ways we cannot yet comprehend. The universe is vast and complex, filled with dimensions, energies, and forces that science is only beginning to explore. Concepts such as dark matter, quantum entanglement, and parallel universes suggest that reality may be far stranger and more intricate than we currently understand. Within this vast unknown, it is not impossible to imagine that beings like fairies might exist, perhaps as energy forms, interdimensional travelers, or entities that can shift between realms of existence. If such beings are governed by laws of nature beyond our current knowledge, their existence would remain invisible to scientific instruments, yet no less real. The enduring belief in fairies also speaks to a deeper truth about the human experience, the need to believe in something greater than ourselves. In a world increasingly driven by logic and technology, the idea of fairies represents a connection to the mysterious and the magical, a reminder that not everything can or should be explained. This belief offers comfort, hope, and a sense of wonder, encouraging us to see the world not as a collection of facts, but as a place filled with beauty, possibility, and infinite potential. For many, the possibility that fairies might exist is a source of joy and inspiration, reminding us that life is richer and more meaningful when we allow ourselves to believe in the extraordinary. Furthermore, the realm of fairies symbolizes the limitations of human perception. Our senses are capable of detecting only a small fraction of the world around us. Light within a narrow spectrum, sounds within a limited range, and physical objects of certain sizes and densities. Beyond these boundaries lies a vast realm of phenomena that we cannot directly observe, yet which may still exist. Just as infrared light, ultrasonic sound, and microscopic life forms were once invisible to us until technology revealed their presence, it is possible that fairies exist in a form or frequency that lies beyond our current means of detection. In this sense, the question of their existence is not one of belief versus science, but of recognizing that science itself is an evolving process, one that may someday uncover truths that today seem like mere fantasy. Even within the scientific community, there is a growing recognition that the universe is full of mysteries waiting to be uncovered. Physicists study phenomena that challenge our understanding of space, time, and matter, while astronomers search for signs of life beyond Earth. The discovery of previously unknown species in remote corners of the planet reminds us that even in our modern age, the world still holds secrets. In this context, the idea of fairies existing somewhere within the vast tapestry of life, perhaps hidden in the depths of ancient forests, gliding through the night sky, or dwelling in dimensions beyond our reach, no longer seems entirely impossible. Ultimately, the existence of fairies represents the enduring human desire to believe in the unknown. While science seeks to explain the world in terms of facts and evidence, the realm of fairies belongs to the realm of wonder, where imagination and possibility reign supreme. It reminds us that the world is more than a collection of data points. It is a place of beauty, mystery, and infinite potential. By embracing the possibility that fairies might exist beyond the limits of science, we open our minds to the idea that the universe holds wonders we have yet to discover, inviting us to explore the world with curiosity, humility, and a sense of magic that transcends the boundaries of what we can see and measure. The belief in fairies has held profound cultural significance across societies throughout history, shaping folklore and traditions in ways that continue to influence modern culture. From ancient myths to contemporary storytelling, fairies have served as symbols of nature, magic, and the unknown, embodying both the beauty and mystery of the world. Their presence in cultural narratives reflects humanity's enduring fascination with the supernatural and our desire to explain phenomena that lie beyond the limits of scientific understanding. Across different cultures, fairies are known by many names. The Fae in Celtic folklore, the Alfar in Norse mythology, Peris in Persian legends, and Tinkerbell-like spirits in more modern interpretations. Despite regional variations, common themes emerge. Fairies are often depicted as beings who exist alongside humans, influencing their lives in subtle and sometimes profound ways. In Celtic myths, for example, the Sidhe, mystical inhabitants of the other world, were believed to dwell in hills, forests, and skies, occasionally interacting with humans who stumbled into their realm. These stories emphasize the importance of respecting nature and its hidden inhabitants, reinforcing cultural values of reverence and caution. Similarly, in Scandinavian folklore, elves and fairies were thought to live in remote, untouched landscapes, their presence linked to natural phenomena such as mist, rainbows, and the shimmering auroras that light up northern skies. Tales of these beings were often passed down through oral storytelling, weaving fairies into the cultural fabric of communities. In many cases, these stories served as both entertainment and moral lessons, teaching listeners to respect the environment, honor their ancestors, and approach the unknown with humility. The belief in fairies was not merely a superstition, it was a way of understanding the world and one's place within it. The cultural significance of fairies extends beyond folklore into art, literature, and theatre, where they have inspired countless works that continue to captivate audiences today. William Shakespeare's A Midsummer Night's Dream, with its mischievous Puck and regal Titania and Oberon, brought the world of fairies to life on stage, blending comedy, romance, and the supernatural. This play helped shape the modern perception of fairies as both whimsical and powerful, influencing generations of writers and artists who followed. Similarly, fairy tales collected by the brothers Grimm and Hans Christian Andersen introduce readers to magical beings who could grant wishes, test human character, and blur the line between reality and fantasy. These stories, rooted in cultural tradition, continue to shape children's literature, fostering imagination and a sense of wonder. In visual art, fairies have been depicted as ethereal winged beings, often surrounded by lush natural landscapes that emphasize their connection to the environment. During the Victorian era, fairy paintings became a popular genre, with artists like John Anster Fitzgerald and Richard Dadd creating detailed, dreamlike scenes of fairy gatherings illuminated by moonlight. These works captured the public's imagination, reinforcing the idea that fairies existed just beyond the veil of human perception. The fascination with fairies during this time reflected a broader cultural shift, as industrialization led people to romanticize the natural world and long for a sense of magic that seemed to be slipping away. Beyond the arts, the belief in fairies has also played a role in shaping cultural practices and superstitions. In Ireland and Scotland, for example, certain trees, such as hawthorns, were considered sacred because they were believed to be favored by fairies. Disturbing these trees was thought to bring bad luck, leading communities to protect them even as landscapes changed. Similarly, fairy rings, circles of mushrooms or flowers found in fields and forests, were believed to mark places where fairies had danced, and stepping into one was said to transport a person to the fairy realm, sometimes with no way to return. These beliefs influenced the way people interacted with their surroundings, fostering a sense of respect and caution that helped preserve natural landscapes. Even in modern times, the cultural significance of fairies endures, though their portrayal has evolved. In popular media, fairies are often depicted as helpful, playful beings who assist humans or teach them valuable lessons. Characters like Tinkerbell from Peter Pan and the fairies in animated films such as Ferngully and Fairy Tale continue to capture the imagination of audiences worldwide, blending ancient folklore with contemporary storytelling. These modern interpretations often emphasize themes of environmental stewardship, personal growth, and the importance of believing in the unseen, reinforcing the cultural values associated with fairies throughout history. Moreover, fairies have become symbols of creativity, freedom, and the human desire to believe in something greater than oneself. Their presence in art, literature, and popular culture reflects a collective longing for magic and wonder in an increasingly rational world. Whether portrayed as mischievous tricksters, wise guardians, or gentle companions, fairies serve as reminders that the world is filled with possibilities beyond what we can see and measure. Their enduring appeal speaks to a universal human need to imagine, dream, and believe in the extraordinary, a need that transcends cultural boundaries and continues to shape the way we understand ourselves and the world around us. Ultimately, the cultural significance of fairies lies in their ability to bridge the gap between the natural and supernatural, the known and unknown. By weaving stories of fairies into the fabric of everyday life, cultures around the world have preserved a sense of wonder and respect for the mysteries of existence. Even as scientific knowledge expands, the belief in fairies endures as a testament to the power of imagination and the timeless human desire to connect with something beyond the ordinary. Through their presence in folklore, art, and modern media, fairies continue to inspire us to see the world not just as it is, but as it could be, a place where magic still lingers, waiting to be discovered by those who dare to believe. Throughout history and across cultures, countless individuals have shared personal encounters and testimonies of witnessing fairies, adding depth and credibility to the belief in their existence. These stories, passed down through generations or recounted firsthand, often describe experiences that defy logical explanation, reinforcing the idea that fairies may dwell just beyond the limits of human perception. Whether glimpsed as fleeting figures of light, heard as whispers on the wind, or sensed as unseen presences, these encounters form a rich tapestry of evidence that continues to captivate believers and skeptics alike. In rural communities where traditions remain closely tied to the natural world, tales of fairy encounters are especially prevalent. Farmers have reported seeing small winged beings tending to crops or guiding lost animals back to safety. Travelers have described moments when mysterious lights appeared to lead them out of dense forests or across treacherous landscapes, as if guided by unseen hands. Shepherds watching over their flocks at night have spoken of faint music drifting through the air, accompanied by glimpses of dancing figures among the hills. Such experiences, often shared with a sense of reverence and wonder, suggest that fairies may act as guardians of the land, silently assisting those who respect nature and its hidden inhabitants. In addition to visual sightings, many individuals report feeling the presence of fairies through sensations and sounds. A sudden chill in the air, the faint brush of invisible wings against the skin, or the sound of laughter carried on the breeze are all commonly described in these encounters. Some claim to hear faint bells or delicate music with no discernible source, as if drifting from another realm. These experiences often occur in remote or untouched natural settings, ancient forests, wildflower meadows, or windswept mountain tops, reinforcing the belief that fairies are intimately connected to the natural world. For those who have experienced such moments, the sensation is often described as both awe-inspiring and humbling, leaving a lasting impression that shapes their understanding of reality. One of the most famous cases of alleged fairy encounters is the Cottingley Fairies incident of the early 20th century. Two young girls, Frances Griffiths and Elsie Wright, claim to have photographed fairies near their home in Cottingley, England. The photographs, showing delicate winged figures among the foliage, captured the public's imagination and sparked heated debate. While skeptics dismissed the images as hoaxes, others, including renowned author Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, believed they offered genuine evidence of fairy existence. The controversy surrounding the Cottingley fairies highlighted the enduring fascination with fairies and the desire to believe in a world beyond the mundane. Beyond visual sightings, many individuals report experiencing unexplained acts of kindness or mischief attributed to fairies. In rural folklore, it is said that fairies sometimes assist with household chores or mend broken objects, leaving behind small signs of their presence: a neatly swept floor, a repaired garment, or freshly baked bread, with no human explanation. Conversely, those who offend fairies by disturbing their homes or disrespecting nature may experience mischievous pranks, such as missing keys, mysteriously tangled threads, or milk that sours overnight. These stories emphasize the importance of maintaining harmony with the unseen world, as fairies are believed to reward kindness and humility while punishing arrogance and neglect. Personal encounters with fairies are not limited to rural settings or ancient folklore. They continue to be reported in modern times, often by individuals who have no prior belief in the supernatural. Hikers exploring remote trails, campers beneath starlit skies, and nature lovers pausing to admire a wildflower have all described fleeting moments when they sensed they were not alone. Some have seen tiny luminous figures darting among the trees or hovering above the ground, while others have felt a sudden shift in the atmosphere, as if stepping into a place where the veil between worlds is thin. These encounters often occur unexpectedly, leaving individuals both astonished and profoundly moved, with a renewed sense of wonder and respect for the natural world. Interestingly, many of these testimonies share striking similarities, despite occurring in different parts of the world. Witnesses often describe fairies as small, radiant beings with delicate wings and humanoid features, dressed in garments woven from leaves, petals, or shimmering threads of light. Their movements are swift and graceful, resembling the flight of butterflies or hummingbirds, and their eyes are said to reflect ancient wisdom and mischief in equal measure. Some encounters are brief, with fairies vanishing as quickly as they appear, while others involve longer interactions, during which individuals feel a sense of timelessness, as if momentarily stepping beyond the constraints of ordinary reality. Beyond physical sightings, many individuals report experiencing dreams or visions in which they communicate with fairies. These encounters often occur during moments of personal reflection or emotional turmoil, with fairies offering guidance, comfort, or insight. Some describe receiving messages through symbols or intuitive impressions, as if fairies communicate not through words but through the language of the soul. For those who have experienced such moments, the encounter feels profoundly real, leaving them with a sense of connection to something greater than themselves. Skeptics may attribute these experiences to imagination, sensory illusions, or the mind's response to natural beauty, yet the consistency and emotional impact of these testimonies cannot be easily dismissed. For those who have encountered fairies, the experience often leaves a lasting sense of wonder, transforming their view of the world and deepening their connection to nature. Many describe feeling more attuned to the rhythms of the earth, more respectful of its creatures, and more open to the possibility that life holds mysteries beyond human understanding. Moreover, personal encounters with fairies often serve as catalysts for creativity and inspiration. Writers, artists, and musicians who have experienced these moments frequently describe feeling a surge of creative energy, as if touched by the magic of the fairy realm. Their works often capture the sense of awe and enchantment they experienced, inviting others to glimpse the world through eyes that see beyond the ordinary. In this way, fairy encounters continue to shape culture and art, ensuring that the stories of these mystical beings are passed down to future generations. Ultimately, the abundance of personal encounters and testimonies surrounding fairies offers compelling evidence that their existence cannot be easily dismissed. Whether experienced as fleeting glimpses, whispered voices, or moments of intuitive connection, these encounters point to a realm that exists just beyond the edges of human perception. For those who have witnessed the presence of fairies, the experience serves as a reminder that the world is filled with unseen wonders, inviting us to approach life with curiosity, humility, and a sense of magic that transcends the boundaries of science and reason. The belief in fairies is not merely a product of ancient folklore or childhood fantasy. It reflects the profound power of human imagination and the desire to connect with a world beyond the ordinary. Across cultures and generations, the idea of fairies has captured the human mind, symbolizing the possibility of magic, wonder, and unseen realms that coexist with our own. This belief taps into a fundamental aspect of human nature, the ability to imagine possibilities beyond what we can see, hear, or touch, allowing us to explore realms that defy the limits of logic and science. Through this imaginative lens, fairies become more than myth. They represent the limitless potential of the human spirit and the boundless creativity that shapes our lives. From an early age, children are naturally drawn to stories of fairies, enchanted forests, and hidden realms, demonstrating an innate openness to the extraordinary. For a child, the world is alive with possibilities, where the ordinary can transform into the magical at any moment. The rustle of leaves might signal the presence of unseen wings, and the glimmer of dew on a spider's web might be mistaken for fairy dust. This imaginative worldview fosters a sense of wonder and curiosity that shapes how children perceive the world around them, encouraging them to see beauty, mystery, and potential in even the simplest of things. Belief in fairies nurtures this sense of wonder, teaching children that the world is filled with possibilities waiting to be discovered. As people grow older, the pressures of daily life and the demands of rational thinking often diminish this sense of wonder. Yet, the belief in fairies continues to resonate, offering a reminder that life is richer and more meaningful when we allow ourselves to believe in the extraordinary. This belief serves as a counterbalance to the rigidity of modern life, encouraging people to remain open to mystery, creativity, and the unknown. For many, the idea that fairies might exist, hidden among the trees, dancing in moonlit glades, or flitting through the skies, provides a sense of hope and enchantment that transcends the boundaries of everyday existence. It reminds us that the world is not limited to what we can measure or explain, but is filled with wonders that lie just beyond the reach of our senses. Moreover, the power of belief and imagination is not limited to childhood. It continues to shape the lives of adults in profound and meaningful ways. Writers, artists, musicians, and creators of all kinds often draw inspiration from the realm of fairies, using their imagination to bring these magical beings to life through stories, paintings, music, and film. Through their work, they invite others to step into a world where anything is possible, rekindling the sense of wonder and possibility that lies dormant within us all. Fairy tales, fantasy novels, and works of art that depict fairies serve as portals to this realm of imagination, allowing people to escape the confines of everyday life and experience a world where magic is real and dreams have the power to shape reality. This power of belief extends beyond the realm of art and literature, influencing the way people perceive and interact with the natural world. For centuries, the belief in fairies has encouraged a sense of respect and reverence for nature, fostering the idea that the earth is alive with unseen beings who watch over its forests, rivers, and skies. This belief has shaped cultural practices and traditions that emphasize the importance of living in harmony with the natural world. Even today, those who believe in fairies often feel a deeper connection to nature, viewing it as a place of magic and mystery, where unseen forces are at work. This perspective fosters a sense of stewardship and responsibility, encouraging people to protect and preserve the environment not only for future generations, but also for the beings who may dwell within its hidden realms. Psychologically, the belief in fairies can also have profound benefits, offering comfort, inspiration, and a sense of connection to something greater than oneself. In times of difficulty or uncertainty, the idea that fairies exist as guardians or guides can provide a source of strength and reassurance. For those who feel isolated or disconnected, the belief in fairies offers a sense of companionship and wonder, reminding them that they are not alone and that the world is filled with unseen allies who offer their support in subtle and mysterious ways. This belief can also inspire acts of kindness, creativity, and generosity, as people strive to live in harmony with the unseen world and honor the beings who dwell within it. Furthermore, the power of belief and imagination plays a crucial role in shaping our understanding of reality. Science has shown that the human mind is capable of influencing perception, memory, and even physical health through the power of belief. The placebo effect, for example, demonstrates that belief alone can trigger real changes in the body, while the phenomenon of lucid dreaming shows that the mind can create vivid, immersive experiences that feel as real as waking life. These examples highlight the profound influence that belief and imagination can have on our perception of the world, suggesting that the line between fantasy and reality is not as clear-cut as it might seem. In this context, the belief in fairies can be seen as an extension of the mind's natural ability to shape and interpret reality, opening the door to experiences that transcend the limits of ordinary perception. Moreover, the power of belief and imagination is not confined to the individual. It also shapes collective culture and society. Throughout history, shared beliefs in fairies and other supernatural beings have fostered a sense of community and shared identity, bringing people together through storytelling, festivals, and rituals. Folklore and legends that feature fairies often serve as a means of transmitting cultural values, teaching lessons about respect, kindness, and the consequences of arrogance or greed. These stories create a shared language of imagination, allowing people to connect with one another across generations and cultures. Even in modern times, the belief in fairies continues to unite communities of enthusiasts, artists, and storytellers who share a passion for exploring the world of magic and wonder. Ultimately, the power of belief and imagination is a testament to the limitless potential of the human mind. Whether or not fairies exist as physical beings, their presence in human culture and consciousness serves as a reminder that the world is far more mysterious and wondrous than we can fully comprehend. By allowing ourselves to believe in the possibility of magic and unseen realms, we open our minds to new possibilities and perspectives, enriching our lives with a sense of wonder, creativity, and connection. Through the power of belief, fairies continue to inspire us to see the world not just as it is, but as it could be. A place where anything is possible and the boundaries of reality are limited only by the imagination. In conclusion, whether one views fairies as literal beings or as symbols of human imagination and wonder, their presence in our stories, traditions, and personal experiences continues to enrich our lives. They remind us to see the world with curiosity and awe, to cherish the beauty of nature, and to remain open to the mysteries that lie just beyond the edge of what we know. Perhaps the true magic of fairies lies not only in their existence, but in the way they inspire us to believe in the extraordinary, encouraging us to look beyond the ordinary and discover the magic woven into the fabric of everyday life. After all, as long as we continue to imagine, believe, and dream, the possibility of fairies dancing in the skies will forever remain within reach.